with the Iliad out of the way and finished, I can finally give you my general thoughts on it as a whole. And right from the get-go, I should say that I went into the Iliad with certain expectations that it did not meet, and that was mostly my own fault. I had kind of a misconception of what the Iliad was. I knew it covered the Trojan War, specifically the end of the Trojan War, and so naturally I assumed it would cover the big famous things like the Trojan horse and Achilles' heel. The intro of the book set me straight, though, where Emily Wilson lays out that no, it just is going to laser focus on the squabbles between Achilles and Agamemnon, and later Achilles and Hector. There were some things that I still expected even after that, because I had read the Odyssey, which was a lot of fun and really engaging. It was paced really well, and it had a lot of humor in it. But for the most part, the Iliad didn't have anything like this. It was just so focused on the battle, and the way that the battling played out was so-and-so killed so-and-so killed so-and-so. And while it was extremely graphic and gory, after a while it just gets pretty overwhelming and it becomes quite a slog. There are some cutaways to the gods that kind of break up the action and give you something fresh. And it's funny because in the Odyssey this happens as well, but in the Odyssey it feels like you're cutting away from the action and having these interludes, so you just want to get back into it. But in the Iliad, every time it cut to the gods, I was like, oh, thank gosh, we have something else to focus on other than the pattern we've been stuck in since the start. And then Patroclus dies, and the pattern finally breaks up, and we get into that old, fun Homer that I was used to from before. I also have mentioned should mention that I've read the Aeneid, which is the Roman accounting of this story, and it does cover things like the Trojan horse and the fall of Troy, and that stuff was so riveting. It was awesome. So I kind of almost am tempted to go back into the Aeneid as well and reread it and see how much more I appreciate it now that I really understand the background of the Iliad and stuff like that. But what I'm left with the Iliad is a pretty bleak send-off of the futility and the tragedy of war, which was quite something at the end. Like, it cuts off in such a clean way, it's almost nihilistic in the way that it wraps up. But anyway, going forward, what I'm going to do is a full video review of the Iliad, and after this, I'm now going to be jumping into the Odyssey. But between reading these two, I am going to take a short break to read Haunting of Hill House for spooky October. But yeah, you can look forward to me updating you on the Odyssey and doing full reviews